GD topping out 518, 281. Orlando and GD are two players that remain.
And both know just how vital it's going to be at this point to keep surviving and stacking on points. Nice center well Tetris for GD to 536. Orlando going to follow suit with the center well as well, 550. He's actually a level ahead of GD, just basically due to when the players started playing the game. So both players are definitely now the leading scorers for this game. Orlando get a little high, finally gets bar for a Tetris, can bring this back down, then worry about that dependency in the center. Bar comes quickly for it, 588 from Orlando, 558 for GD. A left well from Orlando, beautifully set up and taken, 623 to 27. Flying back, this could be huge for the standings.
Long part in Tetris from Orlando, 656. GD at 569. This will be enough to shake up the board. Yeah. And look, he's going to set up here.
Yeah, he knows that there's not many lines left.
Uh-oh.
Till 29. Oh, bit of a miss drop there, but still going to tack on some more points. Orlando as well. Not clean going into 28. That L will help. 671 with room for 2. No burns, though. There's one. 705. Oh, and he covers!
He's got to set up here. He's trying to set up, but yeah, nothing's burning. And that's
oh, he kept covering. 707, he'll be done. Grand Designs, our last player standing at 603. We'll have time for one more Tetris.
Waiting. Long bar in Tetris, 643 to 29.
Tack on another single, and GD hopefully trying to climb a few rungs, get into this with one game left, at least get within striking distance.
All right, let's take a peek. Our current standings. So leading the pack, Chaotic Hazel. No surprise there. However, that average did drop quite a bit. OPB right behind at 613. Keith, why don't you talk about Orlando, Remy, Grand Designs, and Roman?
Absolutely. Hazel still out in front. OPB staying right on her heels, though. Orlando at about 60,000 points behind. Mathematically still very much in it. If I'm doing my math right, we'll have to have a pretty hearty win, or at least lead over Hazel's score in this last game, but it is not out of range. As far as Remy, GD, and Roman go, again, mathematically...
Yes, OPB's score...
Well, that'll get interesting.
OPB, or Orlando's score is wrong. It, for some reason, has 796. That 796 score is not right.
Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando's first game was an 849.
Oh, Remy says I'm rolling in the last game.
742, 755, and 770, 183. That's 742, 755 is not right.
Interesting.
Oh, okay, then maybe it is right, and I just have, okay, 742.
Oh, did you transpose a couple numbers in the notepad?
Yes. All right, well, Tetris Gym is, Nestor Champs is good. Forget me, let's go. We got 6 ready players. As I hang my head in shame, let's count it down. Our 5th and final game of the set. Can Chaotic Hazel hang on? We're going to find out because game number 5 comes alive in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Game number 5.
Oh, Remy with a level 8 start! So wait a second. Don't score any points, Remy. Don't score any points. Don't score any points.
Wait, it's gonna...
Oh, no.
What do we do?
All right, let's just see if the curtain doesn't show, we might be okay. That's a curtain. All right, just play 18. Just play 18. I got the notepad. We're fine. Just go.
Oh yeah, soft reset might have.
Yeah, just go. There we go. We're good. We're good.
Oh yeah, no, it'll drop lowest. So yeah, it'll be fine. That's right. That's right. We talked about this during the.
We do it live. We do it live.
Yeah.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
It should actually be all right because NTC will drop the lowest, I believe. Anyways.
Okay. We're fine. All good. All is good.
Baby. Okay, and it's perfectly fine and normal, and nothing has happened. It's Tetris. Oh. I haven't gotten to see Remy roll before, so this could be really interesting, honestly. This is kind of fun.
Well, you know, he started to roll on level 8, so...
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about in general, not in the last 12 seconds where Remy started on level 8.
Yeah, so you guys, not only are you witnessing Tetris history at the first ever ladder match, but you are also witnessing the first ever member of the Martz clan rolling.
So the question is Martz proud of this or upset that Remy is bucking tradition?
You know, I'm sure Martz is saying, man, as if you weren't already better than me enough, now you gotta learn how to roll.
Something along that. Judy has a 1.2 with roll, says Zempro. Not impossible. 241 from Orlando. Hazel 256 leading the way. OPB on 237, not that far behind. GD on 221. Kind of had about 57 S pieces there, and they're all in the center of the stack. Roman at 203, just trying to get this well reopened. Remy back by 15, 20 lines, so 113 not really indicative as one might think.
Orlando just getting the wrong J's and L pieces when he needed it, so is going to fortunately get the right combination of pieces there to help burn this down, but you can see needing that J piece and getting the L's really slowing him down here. 280, OPB also at 280. Angry Roman does see Tetris up to 261. Remy a bit behind our players, but again, because of the false start, is going to be a bit behind here. And then Chaotic Hazel leading the pack as she has the entire series at 355.
And a beautiful square double to reopen the well. Hazel
and oh my word,
trying to lock back in here.
Thank you so much, DRMC, for the raid. Party of 31. Welcome in, Dr. Mario. You are watching Tetris Friendlies. And also, thank you for the bits, Sanzel. It is much appreciated. Thank you for the support of the channel.
Welcome on in, all the Dr. Mario folks. Absolutely awesome crew. Y'all should also watch them. But right now, watch this, because there's a lot of very interesting stacks here. Orlando was up to the sky there for a moment before finally getting a bar.
Roman
and
also.
Another one. And actually coming within about a Tetris and a half of Hazel here as we approach the Joy Parker turn one last time in this absolutely wild set.
All right, we are at the 100 line turn, as you said, and this is really turning into a barn burner. All these players hot in each other's heels. Hot on each other's heels, I believe is the right word. My wife makes fun of me all the time because I mixed up things like that. Like I say, put a bug in your head instead of a bug in your ear. They call them Colinisms at this point because I always screw them up.
I had a band director who did the same thing.
Yeah, but mine is
something about all us musicians. Oh yeah, no, so were his. Just somehow far worse. Anyways, 492 from Orlando. Chaotic Hazel at 514, leading the pack still. But a whole lot of players trying to chase her down here as we approach the 19 speeds. And Hazel's stack getting a little bit interesting. Plenty of time to clean it up still, but One series of wrong pieces could spell a lot of problems for just about any of our players. Morlando transitioned up a little bit high at 524, but will get the Tetris to 549. He's actually going to have the transition lead, I believe, as Hazel is going to be burning in.
And there we go,
Roman.
522.
Ooh, excellent spin for Roman, but needs a couple more of the right pieces.
You know, what's really going to be interesting is watching Remy on these 19 speeds.
Yeah, we'll have to see just how tight his rolling is. Orlando north of 600k already, well out in front at this point. But Hazel is not going to make it easy on him. Row 2 Tetris there.
Yeah, look at Morlando out way in front, 635, really trying to make a statement here. He had the win during the test game, and you know, being currently in third place, I think wants to make a statement, try to make a push for the top of this final match.
Yeah, he's going to need to really... I don't think he can afford to slow down at any point here in this post, but he's been playing it really well so far. He's kept it under control and is still getting ready just in time for each bar when it arrives. There's another one up to 749, cruising right now. Needs to keep this going as long as possible. But Hazel is so high up, in serious danger.
605!
This is a huge opportunity. OPB and Morlando are within striking distance.
Orlando has to get back down to the bottom and get back. Oh, the left side!
No, Orlando! 762. He's going to top out OPB at 580 as Remy not going to be able to get anything over that left side done at 390. So now we're down to Grand Designs, OPB, and Roman. And OPB still has work to do, I think, to chase these numbers down. 624. Good for this game, but cannot slow down now. Because remember, it's an average of all 5 games. He still had a little bit of ground to cover. That bar is going to be huge, 655. Clawing away at what's left.
Missing
Grand
the quick
Designs
tap
can't
is
get
Grand
that bar
Designs.
over. He's going to be done at 575.
That'll bump his average up to 444. So it's OPB and
Oh,
Angry
OPB.
Roman.
Get that. That bar is so big. Now 693. But still, I think there's a little bit of work to be done.
Oh, the misshift.
OPB, no, the early shift, and he's going to squeeze one more single out, 694. But will that be enough? And in the meantime, Roman, the last player standing once again, play it all the way to the finish for us. Take us home one last time.
Oh, my word.
Nice Tetris there. 7-11. Hey, grab me a sugar-free Red Bull while you're there, please.
Always open.
Just like this well for
Takes a triple.
For now.
There's no bar.
Oh,
Let's
it's
see
gonna
what he can
take. You take the Burns in 727. Almost lead the pack for the final game. I think you can see it on Orlando's face there, knowing he had such a huge opportunity.
do. He did. So wait till you see these final averages after 5.
Oh my God, less than 2,000 points, but you're up starts champion.
Who is it? I don't.
Who
have
is it?
ready. I'm trying.
Who else could it be?
I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
You can do it. You can do it. Her expressions are absolutely just popping off. Less than 2,000 points in it, OPB. One more Tetris might have done it. That's not the first time tonight that's the case. You're Upstarts champion. Get her at the top of the ladder. I'm last.
There
Let's
she
go.
is in her glory. Chaotic Hazel. Oh.
What a match. Got the ladder out and everything. Yes. talking so much trash.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, there. Okay, and oh, she's got her thing muted. I went to unmute it. All right, congratulations to your Upstarts champion, Chaotic Hazel, on the ladder, getting it done at the very last minute. Finishing in second place is 1 Pound Bobby. Third place, Morlando. Fourth place, Rocket Remy. Fifth place, Grand Designs. And at sixth place, the Angriest Roman. GG's to all 6 of you. Wow.
What a set.
What a set. Oh, man.
I told you. There's going to be drama right down to the end. There's
and barely any tech mishaps. Provided, like, everything that we had a Club Zero that got squared away. We had a accidental level 8 start that was fine.
But you know what? I want to call this a success because everybody was calibrated.
Yeah, true. Yes, during our...
This is something we can't get, Division 1 CTL players to do, but 6 upstarts? Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, very, very well done to those 6 players. And Ian Keith, thanks so much for joining me in the booth. Any final words before you take off?
Yeah, keep your butts in your seats aside from staying hydrated because there's one more match coming, and if you thought this whole process was bonkers, it's gonna stay bonkers.
Yes, get ready.
We got a lot more fun coming.
Our next match will be our 3 stages of hell between Coal Bucket and Tetristime. We'll be right back, everybody. Hang on. Yes, TT, please go live. Looks like it. All right, we are getting our final touches put onto the scene. I have a special visitor with me. You guys know him. You guys love him. We'll go over to the commentary booth and welcome in the king of the restreams.
Ooh, look who it is. Look who it is. Oh my God! Not for nothing. Colin, that last match we just saw. That last match we just saw was ridiculous. That was freaking crazy, man.
Yes, it was. Let me turn you up a little bit. You are pretty quiet.
Oh, fuck, I had this double mic on. Whoopsies. My bad. Rookie mistake.
Here, can you say something?
I can say a lot of things. I could say that match was friggin' incredible, and it was outstanding. It was absolute cinema, right? Colin, I mean, I'm a little envious that you and Ian got to do that one, but watching it at home as a viewer was such a trip, man. I was on the edge of my seat. People at home are probably like trying to do all the math and stuff, like, oh, okay, well, they got this, trying to do it. But at the end of the day, no one knew what was going to happen at the end. And it was 1,000 points or even less than 1,000 points. It was 631 average for Hazel. The 630 average for OPB was the difference. Hazel's 2 big games to open it up certainly looked like it was blowing out the water. But as we saw, as the games continue, the top outs affect that average. OPB, Morlando were really hitting strong. But, one bad game is what spells doom. So
absolutely.
A brutal format.
Yeah, a huge shout out to your vision here. I'm not trying to blow smoke or anything, but man, you've been trying so long to get a ladder match format squared away, and I think you finally nailed one where we can see some competitiveness and some high thrilling action for Tetris, amongst 6 players on each rung of the ladder. So very entertaining match nonetheless, albeit very volatile. Like one early top up pretty much could spell disaster.
Indeed, but you know what? The upstarts were the best ones to do it because they gave you a show. It was thrilling all the way to the end, and I loved it. So imagine we bring that to the Friendlies heavyweight division with SV and Dan V, Easy, Cole, and that whole group. We did a ladder match with them for the championship. I mean, we'll blow the numbers out of the water, my God. But that may be something down the road. But what's coming up next, Colin, is your main event. We staying up a little bit late tonight. You thought the ladder match was exciting. Well, it's time for us, Colin, to make our way straight down to hell and back, because it is your main event. It's Cole. It's Tetris time. For me, Colin, this was like the rivalry of 2025. These two guys, it felt like no matter you're watching Masters, you're watching CTL, you're watching Friendlies, WPL, we saw it. These guys just play each other time and time again. The matches are always close, and I've compared Cole to like a young version of TT, but obviously Cole has been able to figure it out, right? He's been able to figure it out and surpass TT in some regard, but then Tetris said, you know what? I'm not gonna let that happen. I gotta be up there with him, and TT's taking his game to a whole new level. So this is gonna be exciting. It's only fitting that we let these two guys finish this story out in one of the biggest matches we ever had. It's 3 stages of hell. We've only done this a few times. We've done it with Huff and Hydrant at Rivals. We've done it with Scooty and Fractal at Rivals. Dan V and SV have done it. Notice everybody's a rival in that situation. Well, no shock here. These two are going to do it tonight.
All right, so we will go into the 3 stages of hell scene really quick to show our players. And there they are. Now, this. Do you want to introduce the format first, or?
Yeah, so let's do the format. We'll go over the stats. We'll take a look at a nice video that these guys have put together, and then we'll just jump right on in, because people, buckle your seatbelts. We're going to be here for a while. So let's go over the rule set for the 3 stages of hell. It's simple. Stage number 1, players are going to go through a best of 3 match with no line cap, as we always do in Friendlies. So this could go on for quite some time, which is what makes this the beginning of the grind in this matchup. So whoever comes away with the 2 wins in stage 1 will earn 1 point. We're going to use a point system to calculate who's going to win this overall. In stage number 2, now we get into the endurance test of the max out grind, with qualifying, maybe perhaps changing formats this year, CTWC, we don't know, but most max outs has always been a good measure of talent. and we're going to see that with these two, but they're going to play on level 19 only. So it'll be level 19 starts to the most max outs within a 30-minute time limit. And if a tie does occur here, folks, both players will receive 1 point, as you can see right there. So it's possible that we could see a 2-1 situation when we get into it. We could see a 1-1 if both of them end up trading victories in the first couple of stages, which then leads us into stage number 3, which is where we play the final round, the highest score on level 29. Colin, this is the age where 29 matters. They're going to go and do it, and it is in a 30-minute time limit. It was originally 25 minutes, but we've increased it a little bit, extra 5 minutes there because it's thrilling, and we want to put these guys through a grind. Right?
Absolutely.
So this is where the finale is going to be. So we're gonna see that happen. In the event of a tie, though, if we end up having the points, because it's a bonus point for winning the third final stage, it'll be 2 points. So it's possible that, let's say, Cole wins the first two, TT wins the third one. They'll be tied at 2 points. We go to sudden death, back to 18 for the finale.
Yeah, and with that, that's the rules. Let's take a look at our players' stats. If I can find the player stats.
You'll find it, I believe it. You can see TT warming up on level 255. Why not, right? He knows we're in hell, right? We're in hell. Maybe that should be a new wrinkle. We just go to level 255 from now on. We just play that for 30 minutes. It's hell.
And there's our stats.
There we go. We got it. Yep, there you go, Colin. There's your stats. Personal best for both players. Cole has a 5.4 million score. Guess what? TT also has one too. He's only about 25,000 points behind Cole in that regard. So what a shock. Look at the match records. 225 to 164 on Cole's side. 243 to 248. Remarkable, Colin. Remarkable how close they are, even though TT has, the longer history of playing matches. ELO ranking, Cole with 2,074 is 20th in the world. TT with 2013 is number 29. So again, they're within that top 30 of each other. And the lifetime series between the two, Cole has the advantage 6-5. He's going to look for the 2-set serve advantage and put TT down for good. I can't wait, man.
I can't either, but you know what I also can't wait for is these players. They put together a little something for us. So let's head over there.
I want to win Columbus because it was the first regional I went to in 2022 when I had a 400k PB and I could barely play 19. And I think winning that 3 years later would just be a great accomplishment and feel really good.
Maybe the Connecticut, because
Nice.
I do know Cole is eyeing that one. So if he goes, I'll definitely want a piece of that.
7-7 is the target for Cole. Currently at 1.215, level 33.
Meanwhile, at the bottom, GD, they're still continuing on. We're on level 33. Sodium's been in a pretty massive dig sequence for the last few lines while all that was going on at the top. He is almost back down to the bottom, but now has a lot of ground to make up in just 5 levels.
And Cole Bucket is about to hit at 1.27476, 180, one more burn. There it is, Cole Bucket.
Gonna have to start sending it here. And he's gonna do just that. He's getting the Tetris already. But meanwhile, at the top, TT has topped out. Tetristime has topped out at 1,079,000 as Cole enters 29. He needs another Tetris.
Oh wait, Cole has still not gotten it yet. There's another burn, Still not getting it right now. Come on, 1.070, 73, 76. Cole still hasn't gotten it yet. There we go, 1.081. Cole's gonna take it to 1.03. Both players now at 29 up on the top. This is match point for Cole Bucket. So Cole Bucket wins, Cole Bucket advances. We got a 2-1 if Tetristime ends up winning.
Yeah, we'll see how this shakes up here.
Oh, misdrop for Cole. Misdrop for Tetristime as well.
Uh-oh.
Tetristime's board's falling apart. And
that'll do it.
Tetristime is done. Cole Bucket takes the sweep, moves on. What?
What?
I think there might be a technical issue with Tetristime. We're going to take a look at it.
I'll take a look. Yeah.
And I believe there was a technical issue on the stream of Tetristime, so that game will be redone. We're going to go into 29, Cole Bucket 950. 1.073 for Tetristime.
Yeah, but Cole with some misdrops.
Oh, no!
Oh, well,
got out of it. Over.
got it.
Cole's still going. Got to lay that down flat to the side. Still going, still going. Get that bar down. Gotta go. Get that over, get that over.
Oh my god.
There we go. Cole is still alive. Cole is set up. Cole set up. Tetris Cole, 47,000 points. Another missed drop for Tetristime. Put up right now. No, no, no. And Cole is done. Tetristime's got a chase down. But there are missed drops. And Tetristime cannot complete it.
6 months later.
Nice! Yes! Huh.
King's ready. Revolution. Do the viewers want someone better than Simonian to play as V? Oh, him again. Really? Fine. Book it. Anytime, any place. He can lose to me. I guess it's time for Tetris.
No. No. The title. SV. Somalian. No, you can't beat SV.
Yo. Revolution. Do the viewers want someone better than Simonian to play as V?
Oh my word,
Oh
Kingsman.
my word. Oh my word. I feel bad for Somalian, man. That guy, he got the worst out of anybody. So we love you, Somalia, former Phenoms champion of the Tetris Friendlies realm. So shout out to him, of course. He's such a good Friendlies player. But we're gonna have these two great Friendlies players now, Colin. It is time for the 3 stages of hell to commence. And this is your show tonight. You've done a great job. Revolution, night number 1, fantastic, man. We've made history all over the place. We've got new champions all over the place as well too. So that these two guys are playing for, not only they're playing for pride and dignity and the bragging rights, but the winner of this match here, Colin, it's like winning the Royal Rumble. They will officially go to the main event of Reckoning when we have it in May, and they will take on whoever the Friendlies champ will be when we find out tomorrow.
All right, and it wouldn't be Tetris Friendlies without a seed for this best of 3. So here you go. It's an all-number seed. Colin seed 55, 51, 49.
Somewhere over on the West Coast, a man with a bald head and a Genesis jersey is hiding under his bed because he hates all number seeds. And maybe Hans, you're not too far off of that. The Iron Man. We've done an Iron Man match here. It was fantastic. So who knows? We might see that at the Super Show coming down the road. And you see Cole with the Friday Night Fight shirt. Looks good. You can get that at our merch store if you're using the !Friendlies merch. That'll take you to the King's shop, and you'll see all the stuff that we got. Friendlies there, Friday Night Fight shirts. We got Monday Night Mayhem. If you're a Monday Night Mayhemmer, if you want to be a Friday Night Fighter, you do your thing with me. It's all good, man.
All right, let's get these players ready. Cole is rip-roaring and ready to go, just waiting on TT. I feel like I say that a lot.
Oh, you know what? I think it's King merch. Maybe it's that one. I forgot what.
Is it Kingsman 36? Something like that. All right, we've got it ready from Tetristime, so let's do this. This is the 3 stages of hell. Cole Bucket and Tetristime, best of 3. Let's get this thing counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Here we go. This is the match we've all been waiting for. It's your main event of Revolution Night number 1. Cole and TT battle it out for the chance of becoming a world champion. Main eventing Reckoning. That'll be coming in May. I can't wait. That's our WrestleMania event of Friendlies, Colin. I'm glad you're going to be a part of that as well, too. We're going to have 2 more nights of fantastic action. I have something brewing already in the works, so you can't, it's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be exciting. That ladder match, I think a lot of people are already going to start lining up. Say, Colin, could you let me be in the ladder match, man? I want to be in the ladder match.
And I say, no, it's for the creme de la creme of Tetris players. And oh, Dirty Tetris. And another one for TT. This is textbook Tetris time right here.
Oh, it is. Colin, we followed TT's career for a very long time. Former top 8 finalist of CTWC back in 2021. He was one of the last table tappers out there, sticking with that play style, making sure that it was staying viable. He was doing a great job with it. He really was doing phenomenal things with that. And if rolling had never really been invented, the truth of the matter is TT certainly could have maybe gone back to that top 8 or even further, just because his tapping ability was so good, so strong, even though he plays an aggressive style of just trying to stack to the sun and get Tetrises along the way, as you're seeing what he's doing right now. However, he ended up, biting the bullet. He really couldn't keep up with the rollers of the day, and he ended up putting his time, his effort, and now look where it is today. Last year, he won 3 regionals back to back to back in 3 consecutive weeks. No one's done that, at least in that manner. There are some, Tristop was a B3B regional winner, but those were spread out. Alex T currently on a B2B run at the moment, and there's rumblings that he might be going to another regional somewhere soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Oh, man. And, I remember watching Tetristime when he was playing the tapping play style, then he would do that roll switch. He'd still have that table with him, and then he'd just kick that table out from underneath him until he switched to that roll grip. So it's come a long way.
Yeah, it was quite violent, too. I always felt bad. I was like, is he not going to hurt himself doing that? Because it just kicks it away so heavily, and I was always worried about him. But you can see he's doing just fine. He's trying to keep up with Cole. He's got the lead at the moment, 245 to Cole with the Tetris 225 at the moment. So kind of a neck-and-neck game, but certainly lots more to go.
Yeah, and I think that just really had to do with those couple of early dirty Tetrises that Tetristime had. Cole Bucket taking the more safer route of, burning it away and keeping a clean stack. All risk and some reward most of the time, but, you've seen a Tetristime play, sometimes the pieces don't come and, actually right there, not able to get that L piece all the way over to where it needed to go. So he's going to try to set up here, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a dirty Tetris get knocked down.
Yeah, I mean, that's just trademark of these type of players here. They like to play a little aggressive, especially TT. TT going to be more heavily aggressive than Cole, but Cole has, Cole when he first started was certainly an aggressive player. You could see that he was trying to be efficient, try to take less burns if possible as he was beginning his rolling arc. And you essentially, Colin, have seen him grown up from the beginnings, right? So you can certainly attest to that training he's done and the similarities he and TT have.
Oh, yeah, at Cole Bucket's very first Tetris live event was at the WPL in Columbus, and I had just beaten Cole for the spot into the bracket. And I remember talking to Cole Bucket, and he was pretty upset that he didn't make the bracket. But nice Tetris there to bring it down. Tetristime clean, Cole Bucket now in a dig. And, having seen him from the very beginning where, a player like myself was able to outscore him in a qualifier, to seeing him as, one of the top players in the world. I mean, you saw the stats, what he's able to do. I watched him all the way through TNP, watched him, grow to a CTL season, or a CTL Division 1 player-esque, and then, seeing what he's done in the Classic Tetris Monthly scene. It has just been an absolute roller coaster of a ride, and Cole Bucket, really an absolute treasure, both as a player and as a person.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, both of them are tremendous in the community. They're great people to be around. They're very enthusiastic. They show up almost like every week playing Friendlies too, right? These are top tier players that still to this day, want to say, hey, who wants to play? right? And Cole always trying to all do different play styles, or it's the roll or the dash. TT just looking for a battle anywhere, right? So these are two guys that we're talking about that still have a lot of love for the game.
Love for the game,
and
exactly.
and continue to show it, right? And coming out and doing a match like this, where this is certainly going to be an endurance test. You know, we're talking about playing at least 90 minutes of gaming, right? Because you already committed to 30 minutes in the stage 2, 30 minutes in stage 3. Now that we up that up an extra 5 minutes, and then now a best of 3 here, uncapped, that could go easily for 30 plus minutes as well.
Yeah, you know, from an uncapped match, the last couple of Friendlies matches that Cole has played, he's actually suggested a cap. We got transition from Tetristime here, 600k now after a skim, up to 624. Cole Bucket will transition with the next Tetris. But, you know, he had said, I would like to do cap, so I wonder if maybe an uncapped match, not really what he's used to, so we're going to have to see how that works out here.
Yeah, I think leading up to this matches here, he was starting to take a couple of uncapped matches just so he could get back in the fray, and he's been doing a lot of training too. So certainly, I think he'll be adjusted just fine with this. It'll be a matter of, you know, who's going to blink first, as we're already into the transition. 656 for TT, 494 for Cole. So you can see after we had given that first score check before, TT's kind of just gone off to the races right now.
Yeah, and you know, TT, this is, you know, not textbook TT. This is textbook Tetris. Long bar in, slams home a Tetris, still a clean stack, 709 on level 21. That is a phenomenal start right out of the gate here in this best of 3.
TT looks like he's locked in right now. It means a lot, right? This match means a lot to both of them. They really know that there's a rivalry that's brewed here, right? And, you know, from their first meeting that they had, which was actually a Tetris friendly, they had met on a Friday night, was one of the opening match. I think it was when we first switched over here onto Classic Tetris for Friendlies back in 2023. They had their first meeting. It didn't go so well as far as the match. The aggression level was just intense. But ever since then, they've been having some stellar bangers. You saw in the clip of the WPL, even though Cole won the sweep, it was not easy. They were playing crazy. So, again, that's what we're going to expect tonight. And I wouldn't think of anything less as we continue on here. TT with a tremendous lead right now, Colin.
Yeah, 865 playing 605. Cole Bucket, you know, and this is a little bit not what we're used to seeing from Cole. You know, we would expect to see these higher paces, but, you know, coming out of game 1 of this best of 3, I mean, you can't afford to get back. So being uncapped, though, you know, getting to 29 and playing past 29, 39, 49, 59 even, you know, that could make up the difference. So don't count Cole Bucket out yet.
No, certainly not. They rage on. TT with the huge lead. It's almost 300. Now it's over 300,000 points as he is the first to get to the 1,000,000 points. AO2 now on the board for Tetristime. Cole, you know, again, don't count him out. When we're uncapped, this man knows how to play for long periods of time. So certainly has a chance to make something happen as we go into the 29. Just got to keep up. And then the strategy now, Colin, becomes, can I outlast my opponent? You know, sometimes it's just kind of like sitting back. You got to do that rope-a-dope, right? In boxing, you take the punches.
Take the punches, and then, yeah. Knowing when to take the punch, when to actually, you know, hit back. And, you know, it's truly, this being a match of endurance, you know, these players are up against themselves as much as they are up against each other because, you know, fatigue may start to set in. You mentioned that both of these players do have a love for the game, and they play a lot, so that does come to help out. So we're going to see what they do here. We've already got a transition into level 29 speeds from TT at B60. That is 1.1 million. He's 891 into 29 for Cole Bucket. So here we go, level 29, King.
And here we go. And again, as mentioned, you know, Cole, no stranger to the long matches here in Tetris Friendlies. He and SV, when they had played for the title a while back, ended up getting to quite a long levels. I believe Cole and him went to like the level 60s to settle one of the games. It was intense. It was crazy. And certainly, you know, we could see that happening again as they're both playing it out. Cole about mid stack here. He's got to be careful. A few holes that could certainly cause some problem. Yeah, that left side is going to be tough, Colin.
And yeah, there's nothing he's going to be able to do. 924 top out from Cole Bucket. CO4 max out and more. 1.2 million. Tetristime on the board first. GG's.
All right, you see call, letting us know bad bar flat is what kind of started to spell the demise for him. But, no big deal, right, Colin? It's okay. You can just throw that one away, maybe save yourself as far as the endurance is concerned, and then just get back in the saddle, see if we can take the next one, even it up, and then try to steal the game for game number 3.
Exactly, and because this is a best of 3, though, Tetristime is on match point, so he only needs to win one more to take this first point in this 3-stage of hell.
Correct. So for those following along at home, you'll see under the level count, that is the games being counted in this round in favor of Tetristime. So he has a 1-0 lead. The game counter on the bottom will indicate how many games TT has won in this set. So obviously once it's all said and done, if TT wins this one in a sweep or 2-1, then he will flash that he'll have 1 game won overall. If it goes the other way, Cole will have that on his end if he can get the reverse sweep technically here. And it will be increment. Yes, touch that increment.
Or actually, is it backwards?
Oh, we don't do no decrement here. If I had something to say about it, I know there was some chaos recently about decrementing, you bastards. I know it's on the Ian Keith Square Up show. You can watch that every other Wednesday. Coming soon now to the Classic Tetris channel. Can't wait for that to happen.
All right, we've got 2 ready players from the Ready in chat, so let's count this down. Kingsman, Tetristime on match point. Will Cole Bucket tie it out? Count us down in...
Do it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, let's go.
Actually, I think I need to do this. Because that says that, and then this is actually for their score. I think Tyler had this different, because there's four numbers here. There's only 3 on the games won.
All right. You're right.
New layout,
Absolutely right.
Sorry. New
Right,
layout. Who
right.
dis?
Who dis? Right. Yeah, no, you're right. On the bottom was keeping the score. On the top was the game counter for number of rounds won. Yes, thank you. That's why you're here. That's why you're here doing this. Well, I watched the Tyler demo video, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty easy. I was like, I'm not streaming that. Colin's gonna do it. It's fine.
It's fine. I enjoy the challenge. It has been a crazy night, and I'm so appreciative that I'm able to step in and host tonight. I've had an absolute blast, and I just can't wait to see what keeps coming for the future here.
Yeah, no, we are rocking and rolling. The Friendlies universe is getting bigger and better thanks to people like yourself that are helping to stream out. Thanks to Tyler for upping the production level to do these things. What's still left to me, this would be janky. So appreciate it big time. We got a great Friendlies team, and 2026 is gonna be our best year. Don't you worry about that.
Best year so far.
And we're only in February, and it's gonna be even better because next week Colin, will promote a little bit here while these guys continue to get level 18 underway. Next week is the big week everybody's waiting for, right? How many people have been in the King's ear? Oh, am I going to be on the Phase 5? Who's going to be on this year's Phase 5? King, is it going to be me? Is it going to be you? No, it's never going to be you. But it could be somebody else, right? One of you viewers that are watching right now. Could be maybe people that played tonight. Could be people that may be playing next week. Whatever it is. We're going to find out. King's Phase 5 reveal happens next Friday when we get back on Friday Night Fights. We're back to our regularly scheduled program. Can't wait, man. Who's going to be the next Phase 5? Did you make the cut?
Me personally? No, I didn't. But who did not make the cut either was Cole Bucket. I remember back when you did your Phase 5, there was that Cole Bucket versus Cobra, and they were both kind of keeping pace with each other, and you had to make a call, and I think you went with Cobra, and then, Cole Bucket popped off, and now Cobra popped off, and, Cobra with a top 8 finish. So, you know what? Maybe you know what you're talking about.
I might be a genius, or I might be an idiot because I've put Weston on last year's list, and look what happened there. So,
well, you can't find a nut every time, right?
Apparently, yeah. Although I just found one in the chat. It was segue in because he loves the segue. We found a nut, and that's the ninja of ninjas. We see him here.
Yes, welcome
What's
in,
up, ninja?
ninja.
Get a quick score check for our players, as I'm sure they are anticipating what the progress is so far. We're past the halfway marker, level 18. Colin, 332 for Cole, 314 for Tetristime. So again, a nice close start to this one. We'll see if TT's going to start ramping it up like he did the last one, or if Cole can start turning it around.
Yeah, and this is a 1 Tetris lead in favor of Cole. Last game, Cole Bucket really did not have much of an advantage going into level 19, so he's in a much better spot right now. Both players kind of getting a bit droughted. Cole Bucket taking a triple, and Tetristime, sacrificing the board a little bit. These pieces really starting to sour up top. And, I mean, we're still have some time before 19, excuse me, but, this is going to burn away some much-needed scoring potential, so Cole Bucket really having an opportunity to pad the lead.
And this is where you can really get to see what Tetristime's all about if you're a new viewer and you've not seen what this man does. And look at that. Colin, he was like all the way at the top, and he's found a way to dig out his great rolling, always on pinpoint. He gets the Tetrises to bring it down. Oh, another death-defying TT dig. What a shock. That's what you're usually going to get from him on the right.
Yeah, long bar and a Tetris from Cole Bucket at 464, now 440. Now Tetristime does have that 20-point lead, or 25,000 point differential to be made up here. So, still maintained all of that pace even with that dig up top. These players are starting to gear up for that level 19 transition where we will see this game turn from way too fast to even faster for me, but these players are handling it with such ease. Nice adjustment with that long bar to go into column 9, bar in, Tetris for Cole Bucket, 492. He's going to look to enter into transition mid 500.
Nice little Z-spin from TT over on the right, and he's going to open up that well just to get that Tetris, brings it down. So, true pro strats that you see right there. This is what these pro players, this is what you see at the World Championship level, and what we're going to essentially see when we get to Pasadena this coming June. The World Championships returns to Pasadena, California, our new home for World Championship Tetris. You're going to see it there June 5th through the 7th. Tickets are now available, Colin. If you want to go to the SoCal Gaming Expo website, just search that. You'll see that the tickets are now available, and Tetris is only going to be viable for Friday because we got the place to ourselves again.
Oh, wow.
The expo is going to be Saturday and Sunday to the public only, but Friday will be exclusively Classic Tetris. So spectators will be allowed to come in. All qualifying will be done on that day. It's going to be an exciting time. Here we go, Colin. We're already on level 20.
Yeah, level 20, 577 for Cole Bucket, 612. Tetris for Cole, Akibar for Tetristime. So now a 10,000 point lead for Tetristime as we gear up in these higher speeds of 19. We'll see the same speed up until level 29. Like we saw in that previous match where Tetristime just kept going and going like the Energizer Bunny. But this time, Cole Bucket giving him a little bit more pressure than we saw previously. Now up to 655, taking that lead right back.
Yeah, now this is the type of game we were expecting to see from these two players, right? We were expecting to see like a back and forth, very tight-knit game because as we saw in the statistics, both just 25,000 points off of PB. Both have a 5.4 million. Both have over 200 wins, right? Yeah, both have had a very close race between each other.
And just these players of what they've done historically and then what they've done, as individual achievements and playing against each other. This being a best of 3, there's not a lot of time. Cole really having to win this one to keep the hope alive of getting this precious point here for this first stage. But man, right now, these players are looking tip-top form. I'm seeing a great adjustment. Cole Bucket with that vertical eye tuck into the Tetris. 831 playing 795 now.
Yeah, and the tucks that he had set up right before that too were tremendous. He had set up an L tuck over on the right side too in order to get that Vitz. So, I mean, the IQ level of Cole, we've seen that he's known as like an adjustment type of guy. He's always looking to try to figure out what can I do last second, and his speed with the rolling is what allows him to get away with stuff like that. So, we got to watch for that as we start getting into the latter stages of this level 19 speed, because in 29 the adjustment's a lot harder to do.
Yeah, and certainly Cole Bucket looking to try to get that precious 1 million points before that level 29. He is about a Tetris and change away. 970 on the nose. There's the change and a little bit more to go. Long bar in, Tetris max out, A06. 953 for Tetris time is about maybe 2 Tetrises away from the max out here.
Much better
different
game for
story than we
Cole
saw.
as he has. Yeah, much better game from him. You can see that he's really on point. He's gonna make a lumbar dependency over in column 3. Lumbar will come, and we go to level 28 now, and we'll get a Tetris. Looking at potential 1.1 million as we head into level 29. TT's getting close to the max out, but he's gonna be about 100,000 plus points behind. Cole now goes to 29. Tetris time, waiting for that bar. Where is it? He'll take the double, and here we go. Colin level 29 play to decide this game number 2.
Double max out, 1.1 million for Cold Bucket, 813. These pieces flying down at way too fast for Dash, but they are rolling, so it don't matter. B38 now, a couple of skims. Cold Bucket is getting a bit dirty, but a couple more quick burns should be okay. Chopping this down. And actually, this is now starting to get a bit scary for Cold Bucket. He needs a bar. He needs to now. It's not going to come, so he's going to top out at B42. So Tetris time, you've got a chance. You need B43. You've got all the time in the world. You can single and double all the way to level 69 if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, if he wants to.
But I don't.
But here's
think
the thing.
Tetris
Here's
has
the
that
thing,
type of
Colin.
player.
Definitely not. Here's the thing, though, Colin. Like this, you can tell that this is where Tetris Time has grown up tremendously. Is that he is not trying to be aggressive as far as like finishing it out with a Tetris. He is taking his time. He's doing the line out strat. He knows there's no cap. Even if it was a level 39 cap, this is still within that range that he can easily line it out too. So this is a strategic. Yeah, this is your usual competitive play strats when you're playing in tournament or league matches. So Tetris Time, as mentioned, a veteran of that. This is nothing new for him. The nerves calmed. He knows I got this, and we are approaching victory shortly.
Yeah, B01 finally just a Tetris and change away. You know, and as the points, or as the level increases, so do the points for even a single line clear. So we're about to get to the point where a single line clear is worth almost 2,000 points. And he is
Guafi's
whittling
just
it
joining
down
us here,
here.
asking what kind of. Yes, and Guafi's here asking about the format. So once this first round is done, Guaf will go over the rules as we'll go into stage number 2 coming up. If TT does finish this out, is at B33. Needs B43, so less than 10,000 points away, Colin.
Yeah, that's about 5 more burns here as the level keeps going up. We are now into level 38. And there it is. Completes the chase down. B47. Getting it done this time in a sweep over Cole.
And for you line cap enjoyers out there, he did do it before the 39 cap. And no Tetris to finish to get to at least the 1.2. But nonetheless, TT showing his strength in this best of 3. He will take the 2 points. So as Colin has pointed, 2 games have been won. And then we will now add the proper score to his side. So TT has 1 point overall in this format. So GG's to him there.
All right, we'll go back over to the rule here.
That's right. So we'll head on over to the slide with the rules. So Colin will post that up. So for those of you that are just joining, unfamiliar with this format, what are they doing here? So we are playing the 3 stages of hell. We just saw stage number 1. It is now complete. It was a best of 3 match with no line cap. So we didn't even have to go to level 39 for the most part. TT has become victorious. He's won the 2 out of 3. So he will earn 1 point now, as we saw on the screen before. Now the players will take a couple-minute break, get themselves hydrated, situated. Colin's going to set it up. We are now going to go to a timed event where we now stage number 2 is going to be the most max outs in 30 minutes on level 19. So remember, players, this is level 19 only. No 18, no 17 like Ninja would like, just level 19. So the most max outs you can get, similar to what we've done at the World Championships. And if we do tie in this format here, then both players will receive a point. And as we do in CTWC rules, as long as the players start their last game in time before the timer has run out, it will count to fruition.
Yeah, and qual mode?
No qual mode.
Okay.
No qual
No
mode.
qual mode. All right, those are the rules. You can indicate when you're ready. Again, we should be on the Tetris mode, not the seed mode, so please make sure. In fact, I'll do that just to make sure.
Yes.
Because I can.
Not a
Tetris. And yeah, TT's on a seed.
All right, so TT, make sure you are on Tetris mode on your cartridge, your championship cartridge?
No, it's straight up number of maxes, Cole.
Well, technically, he's right. No, it is. Yeah, it's just max outs, right? No kickers. Yes.
Right, because if they
forgot.
try, they get a point.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. I remember that rule. I invented it. There is no kickers. No, there is no kicker for tie. We will earn a point each if you both tie. Yes, that's what I've done in the past. I remember Colin choosing that rule because I didn't want to have to put another number
on the screen. Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, no, just give them both a point. Who cares? We'll go to stage 3. Stage 3 will settle everything. All right. So we got a ready from Cole.
And Tetristime ready 19, so let's do this. This is our second stage of hell. Going for number of max outs. I will count this down and I will start the timer as soon as they start. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
All right, Cole has begun, so the timer is now underway. TT should join shortly. Obviously, there'll be a little stream delay in that regard.
He'll get an
he
extra
is underway
5 seconds.
Well, he'll get it because it'll start before the timer, so it's fine. All right, so we're underway here. This, Colin, is the second stage where the endurance test starts to take shape. Right, we've just had some high-profile level 18 gaming that we normally see. We've seen 18, 19, and 29, all in that best of 3. But now this is where they have to really put the pedal to the metal and go all out. Try to get as many max outs within this 30-minute time limit. So for you viewers at home, you can see that on your screen. That is right on the bottom in between the Colin and Tetristime names. You'll see we got 29 plus minutes left to go in this one. And they're already underway on level 19. So this will be exciting. This will be fast. This will be furious. Colin, the grueling test continues.
Yeah, and this being a format that, these players have known well. Both, do qualifying in live events. Both are very much accustomed to trying to score as many max outs in a series of time. Now, this being only 30 minutes, not quite the hour or even 2 hours that these players have seen before. But, a top out early on, not so bad. Really, when you get to that, 800, 900 point mark and a top out there, that's where it starts to hurt.
Indeed. You see Cole with some crazy rolls over there on that left side. He kind of hang a bar in column 3, but he just zipped over another one and brings the sport back down to safety. So we're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff. These two have the power of rolling at their fingertips, and we're gonna see crazy survival. They're gonna try to make these games count the most. So in the past here, Colin, when we've done a 3 stages of hell, we have normally seen players get about 3 max outs within that time. So you're talking about a max out every 10 minutes. However, with the 19 start, you could definitely squeeze in 4, even maybe 5. We've seen, what people could do in 1 hour.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Especially, that's the word, at the level 19 speed, it is so much faster. With really efficient play, I've seen players get a max out in under 7 minutes.
Right. I mean, we have Beam, who got the 9 max outs at Genesis last year, which basically the record, I think, right within that 1 hour time frame. Because hypothetically, if we added that, to a second hour like at CTWC, then it would be 18 max outs, which would crush the all-time record of 16 currently right now, which several players have that.
And I don't have any. But that's fine.
I don't have any recorded, so that's okay too.
Yeah. So Cold Bucket really here, 279 at 93 lines. I mean, at some point you'll see the players start to make that decision of, okay, do I continue on in this game or do I start over? Especially being so far back, you expect to want to be at about 100K at about the 90 to 100 line mark here to be on track for that max out before having to do significant 29 play.
Yeah. But I think, with again, no line cap involved, so players can, mulling it out, and if as far as they need it, like you said, level 69, you have to get to the max out at that point, right? You really don't want to throw any game away because you've already invested here. We're already 4 minutes in almost, and you don't want to just throw that away. Even if it costs you an extra 2 minutes,
It's worth it.
To get that max out, it's worth it. Yeah. You never know. Maybe TT slips up along the way and he fumbles the ball and doesn't get a chance to start one extra game that you can. That could make a difference.
Yeah, but so far so good for Tetristime. 124 lines in, 624. So that is a very strong game out of the gate here for this max out chase down. And Cole Bucket 440 at 133. So yeah, a bit off the pace than what he probably had hoped. But as you said, invested in now for 5 minutes and, you know, still within that max out potential and not being too far off the pace. Clearly sticking with this game, the right call.
Indeed, yeah, you just gotta go. Especially when you're at level 20, he's nearing 500k. You know, it's still within that range that he could do it slightly after 29 if necessary. It won't cost him that much more, and that investment that he put in is going to work out. TT obviously will have the advantage if he gets to max out first this fast. It's already 732 on level 20, so you could potentially see a level 25 max out coming from him.
Oh yeah, and you know, I think there is a little bit of a mentality too of, you know, getting that max out on your first time out, you know, not having to do an immediate reset, you know, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the play. And, you know, coming out swinging and, you know, having to do a restart probably going to do a little bit to the confidence. And I think Cole Bucket just saying, I'm going to stay determined, I want to get on the board here and make sure that I make every one of these count, because I am down 1-0 in the actual tournament, or the actual event here. Cole Bucket now 638, 845 for TT, really pouring it on. Longbar in another Tetris. And yeah, he is just sailing, looks locked in. And now Cole Bucket's starting to get a bit complicated here. Does get a nice double. But again, you know, this is only going to slow him down or require more 29 play. And, you know, you could be the best roller in the world, but, you know, 29 is not a free way to play at all. I mean, it requires significant ability, longevity, and of course, you know, precision placements of the pieces. So.
Oh, without question. Yeah, no, this is the best are who are playing that level, right, and playing it efficiently. Meanwhile, TT was getting up a little high. He's figuring it out as he usually does, and surprisingly he didn't throw that L over to the right side. I thought that would have burned a double, but maybe he saw something else or wanted to take care of something first. So here's level 25. We were kind of estimating that he was on pace to max it out there. So you saw the slowdown that he had in between from level 23 and 24 that ended up not giving him that. So now he's on 26, and we're getting to the point that there it is.
He's a
very close.
Burns away.
Yeah.
And there it is. First max out. Tetristime getting it done first.
So he'll get on the board. He's got one, and he will continue on. Again, no qual mode players, so don't worry about that. Just as soon as you're done, top out, restart, get another game in there. And Cole on level 27, 799. Has some work to do here, Colin. He's going to need 29 play to get this max.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get this down into a clean spade, it will have to be a significant prolonged play on 29. So he's going to have to really get it together and enter 29 clean board. He's got 2 lines to do it. He is cleaned, ready and waiting for the long bar, but now he's got some work to do on 29. As we've got Tetristime, a little bit of lag. I'll give a refresh. And TT's offline, so just keep playing, players.
Yeah, it looks like he's back already, but yeah, we're going to focus on Cole anyway, because he's just getting into the level 29 speeds on level 30 now. He's 931.
Oh, that J piece. That's
yeah,
tough.
But you see, kind of. Yeah, this is where you really have to clutch up. Can't throw this one.
Yeah, a mere 55,000 points away.
Yeah, you know, Cole will probably tell you that he wished he could have waited a little bit longer because that bar was coming to give him that Tetris down the middle. But you know, don't risk it, right? You don't want to throw this game away with that hangarang with the bar.
Oh, this is gonna be tough for Cole Bucket. He needs help here. Oh, the hang in at 962. So that was basically 8.5 minutes of nothing.
Brutal. Oh, that's where it's a gut punch right there. You know, we were talking about it there, Colin, a little bit, that you really could not give that one away. He knows it. You saw his reaction. He's like, damn it, I just wasted all that time for nothing, right? Where you were kind of suggesting maybe throw that game away earlier on, and I was like, keep playing it out, right? It's a tough decision, a tough call. Hindsight's gonna be 2020, right? He's probably thinking I should have just thrown it away, but it is what it is. You got to get back in the saddle. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe TT will make a mistake and give Cole that opportunity to try to stay within, try to get those points on the board. You do not want to go 2-0 down in this variant, and then you have to win out no matter what, just to force a tie.
Exactly. And then have to do the sudden death afterward.
That's right.
A nice little dirty Tetris there for Cole. 127 through 30 lines.
So, Colin, let me ask you, while these guys are doing their thing, we're talking about CTWC format. The number of max outs is what we're playing with here. We're playing with that tried and true format that many regionals and, of course, the World Championship have used for so many years. But the talk of the town is that we're in a new era. The game is advanced now that we play level 29 competitively at the World Championships. It's significantly now viable for players of these caliber to last longer and longer. And so, the qualifying system, people are saying, should be testing their ability to do so at the highest of levels, right? So in your opinion, I don't know if you got a chance to watch Genesis last weekend, but in your opinion, what are your thoughts on the current qualifying process as it is?
As you said, a little tried and true, and actually Tetristime right there just threw that game away. So, maybe perhaps opening the door a little bit for Cole Bucket to capitalize now and get some time back. But, yeah, my opinion, really, the players have advanced so far that, the old qualifying format of getting a number of max outs, where getting a max out was pretty rare. I think, a little bit of a revolution, pun absolutely intended, is needed for the qualifying format. Now, I believe the Genesis was the worst qualifying format, where they had additional points awarded for points over a max out, if that's correct. So, yeah, I mean, I think rewarding players for playability on 29 and the higher scores, I think, help signify that, we're in a new era of Tetris. Now, because I am a very small-brained individual, I am a big fan of keeping it simple, but perhaps this is the best way to gauge the player's ability on 29 and beyond.
Yeah, no, certainly. I think, a lot of people feel that way too. Like, if you're going to try to open up to a new audience, you want to keep the rules simple enough that you can tune in for the first time, say, what's going on here? And you can follow along, right? But certainly a lot of people that were watching, we were able to have good commentators. We had a good cast that was on there to explain the format as much as possible. We were able to get our graphics team right on the spot, make a graphic that people could use as a command, and bring it up, and they can read at their leisure to see what the rules set was as far as the point system is concerned. So a lot of good stuff came out of that, and overall, at the end of the day, the seeding worked out the way it worked out.
Yeah.
Right? You got the matchups you were going to expect. The winner was going to be the winner one way or another. We saw a fantastic final there that was of the ages. So it was an awesome event, and certainly as CTWC continues to grow and look to identify what changes can we make to make the tournament better, to really prove who is the best of the best. This is certainly one format that we are continuing to look at. And yeah, you mentioned, yes, it is the Wars format created by Mr. Grand Designs, or some of the minds behind that group, right? I'm sure there were a few others that may have come up with that idea, but certainly we took from that, and maybe there'll be some modifications to it, as you mentioned, to try to make it easy for people to follow along. But certainly the players want it, and we want to listen to the players.
Yeah, and I heard it was very well received, so that's always a good sign that you're doing something right, is when the feedback is positive. And I really do appreciate the whole Tetris community coming together and saying, hey, this is an opportunity for a change, and they're embracing it rather than saying, well, let's just keep going with what we've done because it's always worked. Now, I believe we did have a change in the qual format from what it used to be a B-type play-in way back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, to be able to qualify.
Of course, yeah. For you Tetris fans out there, you watched the Ecstasy of Order, right? The documentary film that basically was the CTWC originally, right? Brought us the very first World Championship. That's how they qualified. They qualified with B-type. You know that they got to a point there, right? They think they did it for like a year or two, and then they eventually came up with a different qualifying system because the game had evolved and more people were starting to get into it. So again, we're at that stage now, right? I think as much as max outs mean something to the general public, because it's not an easy achievement. You know, not everybody can do that. There are over 500 people in the world that have at least achieved the max out somewhat documented, right? But there are, you know, hundreds of millions of people that have played this game, and that's what's telling, right? So the max out can still be significant, but when we're at this level of the best and the high skill that we're seeing all the time, the demand is there. We need to push forward for that. So look out, folks. Sometime very soon, CTWC will make some official statement on that, and maybe you might be seeing the craziest world championship of all time.
Yeah, and speaking of max outs, Cold Bucket starting to get his way there. 849 level 25 out of Tetris 880. So a much better outing here, and TT, you know, having that reset, you know, isn't that far behind. 530 at 136, so on that max out pace. But, you know, did give a little bit of advantage to Cole. Oh, and Cole taking that triple and wincing, you know, had the long bar in the window. It's so hard to see at these speeds and at that height.
Yeah, but you know what? He's still looking good. You got to take it, right? You can't just be like, oh man, I screwed it up there, and then it gets into your mindset. That'll start, you know, letting you not flow. You see that? Yeah, he's going to get a Tetris here. Now he's basically one away from getting that max out, getting on the board.
There it is, A9. That'll do it. So max out for Cole.
And he will go off and running for another game. So players, less than 15 minutes. We are halfway through the max out derby. Halfway through. So Colin, we're kind of starting to see that it looks like maybe 3 max outs might be the number we're going to get. You know, TT has enough time that he could pull out a 4th one. But as you mentioned, he did have a couple of resets already.
Yeah, and, you know, it's really going to come down to how efficiently he can play this game out. You know, if he has really good bar timing. Oh, I love that skin right there. 677 for him. If he can continue to play very efficient here and knock down another quick max out and get on the board just so he has enough time to start that final game and get a max out, we could see perhaps a 4th one from him.
Indeed. And theoretically, Cole could certainly try to eke out, you know, definitely 3. That one, see, that one that he gave away, right? That one really hurts because you can see that he would be on pace for 4. But depending on how efficient you could be, like he could get technically 3 more attempts in here if he can get quick max outs within that 7-minute time frame. We just went under the 14 minutes here. He's already at 150,000, so it's gonna be tight, but we'll see. We'll see. I think right now you just try to play 1 max out at a time. We're even at 1. TT coming close to getting his 2nd one. He's only about 190,000 points away from. He's gonna get Tetris to lower that.
Yeah, and again, I've said it all night. The higher the levels go, the more points a single line clear or a Tetris will give you. So you may see a 900K to a max out a lot faster than it took for him to get from 800 to 900K.
Indeed. And TT now about 2 away from getting his 2nd max out, making those nice adjustments. We're on level 27.
Oh, but you know, these
Kinda
pieces
cool.
not really cooperative to help get set up.
No. Now we're at a point where, yeah, he could still get 2 before the changeover on 29. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, but man, these pieces coming in are just very difficult. And one bar in.
Well, he'll get 1 here.
And he's just 4 burn lines away. That double will do it. Tetristime with his 2nd max out.
And Cole already at 340 at this juncture, so he's about a third of the way there. He's got over almost 400,000 points, so over a third of the way there, with about 11 minutes and change to go. Got just under 12 minutes players. So, and again, reminder, your last game, as long as it's started before the timer on our screen has hit. Yes, we're aware that there is a bit of a screen delay. We'll have a little leeway if needed, but certainly make sure you start your game at least within the final 10 seconds of our screen to avoid any confusion.
Yeah, and Cold Bucket now 419 at 97. This is where you want to be if you're, on a fast-paced game to try to geek out a max out, within a short amount of time.
TT going for opening up the well instead of trying to keep the well clean and blocked off, right? Keep that board under control. He decided, let me put a hole there. I'll burn it out later. Give me that Tetris, right? You want that reward right away.
Yeah, especially when you have the playability like these players do, where you can just kind of play up higher. You have the piece maneuver ability up at the top. Let's get me the Tetris. It brings that board down I get the reward for the score, and then I can burn down. And that's what we see from these top level players, because they know that every max out counts.
Certainly. And I mean, you're going to need every max out. If you're the winner of this event and you're going to go to Reckoning, you got to play the heavyweight champion of the world. And we're going to find out who it'll be, because tomorrow, Colin, again, we're back at it. It's night number 2 for Revolution, man. We got 4 more matches to come over there. We've got a Money in the Bank with Cobra and Winter going to go at it. Those TMP superstars. You got the Future Showcase with Zro and Mackenzie, right? Those are certainly the future of Tetris right there. You're going to get that one. We have Mari defending the Twitch TV Championship against a mystery opponent. Who the hell is it going to be? I don't know. But it's definitely someone you didn't think would be vying for a Twitch TV Championship. I'll tell you that much. And then the main event, the Friendlies Championship. So the winner of this match will go to Reckoning, play the championship match over there. But will it be against the current champion, SV, the longest reigning champion of all time? Over 700 days of champ. That's over 2 years, Colin.
Yeah, that's a long time to hold the belt.
Yeah, no one's been able to defeat him, not even Somalian, right? You got him, you got Dan V, a former heavyweight champion before SV took the belt from him. And then you've got, new contender Evesy in the mix, the recent UK champion. You got to see that there, Colin, and she had a magnificent end to 2025. So we're gonna see 2026 can start out that way too for her.
Yeah, and I mean she's had a really phenomenal year thus far. She's been playing very well. I've seen her, and I'm a big fan of the UK players. Ever since I went to the UK event and had such a blast there, I got to meet the best people I've ever met. Really were there, and I got to hang out with all of them, and if you ever have an opportunity to go to a live event, of course do it. But if you ever have the opportunity to go to a live event that's way out of your way, like to go to an event like CT UK or go to any of the other regionals that are not within driving distance, right? You get to meet some more people that you may not normally get to see because they live in a different country. Cole Bucket, this is not looking good for Cole. This is a lot of time eaten up, and he's going to have to battle all the way back down. He's at 705. But yeah, highly recommend, heading off to, if you can, obviously if you can afford it, you've got the time, go check out, the Austria event or CT UK or, any of the other ones, Singapore, that's going on, and get out of your normal environment and get to meet the people that you get to watch online and meet them face to face.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been on record on podcasts before stating that if you have the opportunity to go to a live event, you should do so. It's going to change your life. And look at me. I wasn't planning on going to CTWC 2019. Just comfortable hanging out in the Discord, talking to everybody. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe I have the opportunity to do it. Why not, right? So I did it. I got to meet people like Vince and Vandy and all that. And here we are now.
So now Cole Bucket into level 29, 814. That slowdown really hurting him here. He's going to have to put in a lot of time and a lot of work to try to get a max out here. He cannot afford to throw this one away.
No, certainly he cannot. He already did that once before with a 900-plus game. He can't do it again. But as you mentioned, Colin, this is the toughest, right? It's so hard. This speed.
Cole
as
is
we're all watching with
so
bated
fast.
Breath. just on pins and needles here, Colin, to see can he do this.
You
got the worst
triple. That's
piece.
gonna help. He's bringing this down, but man, these are just singles.
It's fine. You gotta not let this game go to waste. He's got to do everything he can to just get back to the bottom, clean it out, and if it takes him an extra couple of minutes, get that max out. You need it.
And while we focus in on Cold Bucket, let's also just take a quick peek here at Tetristime. 669 at level 25. Add a Tetris, go to 700k. So a very strong game again here for Tetristime.
And again, Cole, but tremendous resilience. The fortitude he's showing here, Colin, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, this was a superhuman dig from Cold Bucket. 927 now, level 36. Needs a bar. Okay, he's set up for the Tetris now. And these pieces dropping so fast. He was set up for the Tetris, burned out of being Tetris ready, and then got Tetris ready again before I could finish this sentence. Okay, triple 961. Again, no line cap, so he does have the time, so he's clean. Bar in Tetris, that'll help. There's the max out. Cold Bucket now getting his second.
That was a stressful one, but it's needed. It was well earned. Congrats, Cole. That was tremendous.
5-minute
and
warning.
Now he's got time. He can get one last one in. Yeah, thank you, Colin. Yeah, 5-minute warning, folks. This is the last 5 minutes of this round. So Cole has tied TT, but TT is certainly going to get this third one. Looks like it's going to be in the bag real soon.
And I think Tetristime knows that he's got 4 minutes to start his last game, so he is not going to take any risk already at 837,000 points. I think Cold Bucket might just be saying, all right, I'm just going to hold out for one more game here.
Yeah, no, he only has time for the one, so might as well just, settle down. That was a tough dig, so certainly it took a lot of fortitude and will to make that work. So he's earned this couple of minute break. It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, and I mean, Cold Bucket too could be, waiting if Tetristime, gets into a situation where he doesn't turn this into a max out, then this little break could be exactly what he needs. Pressure will be on Tetristime. Cole coming in fresh.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, TT's taking a sweet time about this one too. Granted, he still has plenty of time to start one more game, but at the end of the day, if he makes a mistake and he has an early top out somewhere and he doesn't have enough time to start, that will give Cole the opportunity to get the tie. So we'll see how that goes. We're on level 33 now for TT. He's at 924 and he's kind of just singling and doubling his way. So it's going to be an interesting finish here, Colin. This is going to be certainly an interesting finish.
And Cold Bucket has started that game with 3 minutes remaining. I like to play there. That way, if it doesn't go the way you want, you've got another chance to reset.
We're just continuing to watch this dig from TT, just eating it away. We are reaching that 3 minute marker. 3 minutes and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're at the 3 minute mark. So we know players have the ability to get this one last game in. Cole's already started. At least he knows that he's got a couple minutes to think about, is this a good game? Do I like it? Time to reset if needed. Right, again, players, make sure you reset your game within the last 10 seconds or so, right? So that way, usually about like a 5 to 7 second delay on the streams for Twitch. So keep that in mind. We'll be a little lenient in that factor.
And there's the burn for Tetristime. So he's got 2 minutes to start what may be his last game.
And again, for those that are coming in, these two players are playing 3 stages of hell. The first stage was a best of 3 level 18 match. So Tetristime was victorious in that. So the point system is going to be 1 point for stage 1, 1 point for stage 2, and 2 points for the final stage 3, which will be level 29 start. And you can see on the right side there, TT has 1 in his column there under the level number. That is the indication of the points that he has earned so far in this format. On the bottom of the screen there, you'll see TT has the number of max outs he has earned. So currently he has his 3rd one. So that is now updated. He is in the lead and he has now started his final game. Colin, we are 90 seconds left to go. So this is the time to decide what we're doing.
This is crunch time, right? And You know, I think Cold Bucket 256 at 58. I mean, this is not a bad score. I mean, you get 400K at about 100 lines is where you want to be, so times this by 2. But time ticking down just over a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, if anything, decision time happening now. We are down to the final 60 seconds. Yeah, you see TT is going to
He's gonna say,
top
you know what,
out there. Yep. Yeah, if you're struggling early on, just get out of it, right? Just do it. So less than 60 seconds left. TT will get one more game in. Cole's got a decision to make. So we play this one out at 351 through 82. It's not a bad score.
Yeah, and I think really you take the points that you've got now, you know, 384 at 92. Another Tetris puts you at the 400K. You know, what's to say that the next pieces that are going to come on your next game are going to be any better, and that you're going to be doing yourself a favor by quitting. So I think Cold Bucket making the right decision here. 412 at 100 to continue on. He's got less than 15 seconds to make the decision, though.
Let's count it down. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there it is.
No new games.
So this is the final game for both players. No new games. So Cole must get the max out here in order to try to force TT to get his 4th max out in this format. So then if TT gets 4 and Cole gets 3, TT will win the round. He'll get his 2nd point, and then that will officially make it into the 3rd stage of Hell, Colin, where it is a must win for Cole in order to keep the match going.
Yeah, you kind of see Cold Bucket got square bursted right there, dealt with it beautifully. You know, that is so hard to do when you just have squares and you have no place on your board for it, and you just get square, 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 and it just does not stop. Speaking of squares, a lot of squares stashed over to the left here for Cold Bucket, so needs a long bar now, but here comes another square.
All right, so 530 through 138. He's about to transition to level
he's
20. There it is.
62 squares. The next highest piece is 58 L's, or 58 J's.
58 J's. So I was going to say, hopefully he doesn't take 58 L's on
yeah,
for
and
this game here.
48 long bars, so pretty droughty game here for him.
But he's making it work. 600K at level 21. You know, many of us will take that, Colin. Trust me on that. We will take
I
that
mean,
score
right there,
any
he's
day.
just beat my PB, so.
Easy. And yeah, what level did you get your PB on?
It was actually a level 20. I got the 24, so.
All right, so he beat it by 3 levels.
Yeah. I did have my at the Cleveland Gaming Classic hosting Classic Tetris Wars Live. I had my first level 27. So.
All right, let's go. Is
Highest
that the
I've ever
you've
made.
gone? Right. All right, so much better than what you did in that kill screen match we did.
Oh, we don't talk about that, please. I'm still.
Oh, I
having
like
nightmares.
talking about that. I honestly, not gonna lie, I like to rewatch that now and then.
Hey,
I
you
watched
know
that on
the
YouTube.
promos, the Mart's promo. Oh, Cold Bucket. That left side, this is gonna be so tough. He needs a lot of help.
Oh! Oh my God!
Okay. I need something
Colin,
to
what
the
am I-
right bar. That's a split triple. That should help.
What are we watching here?
We're about to watch Colin have a cornery.
Oh! Oh my word! Give him the J, please.
No bar. Okay.
Oh!
And back down to
Oh
some
my
resemblance of safety, but oh my word.
Oh my God!
Somebody pass me the Tums. Dirty
What is-
Tetris.
What is happening? Holy cripes. That was remarkable. That's a hero dig. That's a hero dig, Colin. Wow.
And this has definitely been the night of it. We've seen some heroics in every game. Massive survival there from Cold Bucket. Wow.
That was beyond stellar. Tremendous job by Cole. He saves the game, gives himself a chance still. He's at 856. We're about to go to level 29. So he will have some work to do. Would like to get one more Tetris here so he gets into the 900s, and then it's not that much further. There we go. He'll get to 930. So he needs another 70,000 points here, Colin, to at least tie Tetristime. TT, he's having a great game though. 639, just got to level 20, and he is coasting. So TT right now, it's looking good for him, Colin. It's looking good for him to take this extra point now.
Yeah, and this is what we expect from seeing Tetristime. Tetristime is just playing, the best Tetris he's been playing right here tonight as showcase for everybody. Playing very efficient, didn't have to really get into way too many crazy digs. It's kind of really been a controlled player, which, you'd like to see in, certainly the 3 max outs and the 1 game advantage over Cole Bucket. Oh, Cole gets the max out, so we'll get his 3rd max just in time.
Tremendous. I mean, that's stellar. That was stellar play from Cole. He can't be upset with that. He's going to kick himself later, Colin, for that botched max out that he had in the beginning, because obviously that's going to be the difference maker, right? That's what's going to be having him short, because unless TT falters, right, which certainly can still happen. We don't want to call this easy peasy, right? He still has to get it done, and certainly there can be mistakes that are made. This is Tetris time, but right now 829 on level 24 is looking good.
Yeah, definitely, wanting to limit the amount of time you have to play on those level 29 speeds. And I mean, Tetristime, poised to maybe even get that max out before the 29 even hits. So, but you can see he's kind of down in check mode now. He doesn't want to take way too much risk. He knows he still has about 5 levels, well, maybe really 4 levels until the transition to the speed. So, maybe knock down, get into that 900, 950, and then just kind of chunk out those last couple of lines to get that 4th max out.
Most certainly. So we'll see.
The pink edition
there.
Red Bull. Okay.
That's tasty. If my heart didn't explode, I would drink it too.
I think my heart exploded just watching him do that dig earlier on. I don't think I could take any caffeine.
Oh, I thought you were going to probably do an Bandy impression. They go,
And there's that 4th max out, getting it done A00120 at level 27. So the 4th max out for Tetristime, allowing him to take the 2-0 lead.
That's right. So the first 2 stages of hell belong to the Tetristime. He has survived it. He has put all his strength in there. His training is coming through fruition. Cole now up against the ropes as we make our way down to the 3rd stage, Colin. And yes, it is the most brutal one. We're going to go another 30 minutes, folks. You just thought level 19 start was exciting? Well, guess what? We're going to up the ante. We go to level 29 as our final start. It will be 30 minutes. The highest score in this case, Colin, so not the number of max outs, but the highest score will be the winner of the round. It is worth 2 points, so if TT obviously wins the 3rd stage, then it's a wrap. He'll have won the night with a sweep. If Cole can pick up the victory with the highest score on a 29 start, we tie. And that'll be the first time in 3 stages of hell history that has happened. And if we do get to a tie, you can see we will do one last game, the sudden death game on level 18. So we're ramping it up each and every one, and then we scale it on back, Colin. That is what makes this so hellish.
All right, so you can see the 2-0 advantage here for Tetristime. We're going to kick over to 29. Players should probably reset their top scores.
Yes. So players, the new thing here will be that we need you to reset your score. Please clear your scores because we'll need a clean leaderboard, because this scene operates in the fact that it's going to be taking your top score where usually Howard is sitting, those 10,000 points. We are going to take it from that location. So please clear scores, players. Make sure you clear scores. We'll take a couple of minute break here. Let them do their fingers, rest a moment. It's been grueling here. We're going at least an hour already, Colin. And we got 30 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
Colin's like, when is this ending, bro? I thought we were going to be done by 11, King.
I really thought we were going to be done by 11, but it's fine. I only have to be up at 9 a.m. for an appointment. That's cool. We got time.
No, you got 8. You can get 8 hours, so that's no problem.
Well, not after this. I mean, it's going to take me a while to wind down. I might have to take like some melatonin and...
Just letting players know in the chat, because obviously they may be listening to other audio sources, may not be listening to our great commentary here, Colin, which I find ridiculous. They should be listening to us at all times. But certainly reset scores, players. So again, we will need scores to be reset. Thank you, Cole. We'll need that from Tetristime. Reminder, no seed, players. We are not playing on seed. Smoochie's got to get up at 5 a.m. here, Colin. And it is no line cap. Yes, no line cap again.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes,
Tetristime.
TT.
Yes, sir. Let me type that.
Even though I sent him the rules.
They were just displayed on the screen.
They were just displayed on the screen.
All right.
TT's a whole character. So.
We've got 2 ready players. Got a ready 29 in the chat from Tetristime. God forbid this kid just hit the select button on his controller. Cold Bucket is ready to go as well. So here we go. Our third and perhaps final stage of hell. Cold Bucket needs to win this one to force a sudden death. Count this one down, Kingsman, starting from 3 in...
Let's do it, folks. It is time to go back to hell one last time in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Cole has begun. TT about to begin. Come on, brother. Hit that button. You can do it. There we go. Timer has now started, so Cole will get a little bit of a head start, but that's okay. It's fine. And here we go. Colin, it is the final stage of hell. 30 more minutes of agony for these players. But whoever comes away with the highest score will win the round and potentially will win the match. And that will lead us to them going to the Super Shows for Friendlies, Reckoning. That'll be taking place in May. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. One of these guys will be vying for a championship. Both, Colin, they both have had chances to play for the World Championship. They both played SV. Cole has played SV twice. Almost took the belt in his first attempt, which was one of the best Friendlies matches I had seen in some time. And TT, a valiant effort coming from last year. He was at the main event in Reckoning playing SV and got a chance for that title, but SV was just way too strong for him that day. But, you know, Tetris a year later, you know, he's improved, he's enhanced. Certainly, he's bringing it today.
Absolutely. And it looks like so far, so good. For Cole Bucket, 296, we had that quick reset right off the bat for Tetristime. You know, just said, okay, you know, back to normal. I mean, level 29, you know, goes so fast.
It does, and you're going to see that from these players. You're going to see pretty much quick resets that are happening because of the speed being so vastly increased from what they were just playing on level 29. This certainly will be a tougher endurance test. It's going to really test them to the limits of what they can do for 30 straight minutes of playing something like this, which maybe they're used to, right? I mean, that's kind of the meta these days, that these guys warm up on that level, maybe for 30 minutes. So it might not be too much of an issue, but I know in the past when we've had our other players, back in the day when we first did this innovation, Colin, we had Huff and Hydrant when the rolling era was really just kicking off, right? Like when it started to pick up some steam. You know, Hydrant at that time had, I believe he did get the rollover for the first time. So it really was a test to see what we were going to get in the future. And then ever since then, you know, SV and Danby had a pretty good one where we got to see, I think SV finished with like a 700K. And then in the one we did with Rivals 5 about 2 years ago with Fractal and Scooty. Scooty is now the all-time record holder for that. He has the max out on a level 29 start. He defeated Fractal with that one.
Yeah, and I think this format not only is, you know, just grueling in terms of the speed and how long you have to play it, but also just a true testament to these players' playability on the 29 speed. I mean, it is one thing to say I'm a roller and I can move these pieces, but can I move them correctly enough and score like I'm playing level 18 or a 19 start? I mean, you see, players stacking for Tetrises, and I think the key to winning this type of a matchup here is drought management, because there is no guarantee you're going to get that long bar. You have to make sure that you have your burn options, because you do not have a lot of time to react, and the pieces flying as fast as they are, even with rolling, you may not get it where it needs to go.
No, it's very true. People will just assume that, I can roll, I can move them wherever I want, but it's about learning that technique. It's learning about the precision. It's trying to maneuver the pieces at such a fast speed, and that's what separates the decent players that can play on that level for a little bit to your all-time greats that have obviously changed the game forever, where we've seen game crash occur, we've seen the rebirth now 3 times. So I mean, the play style is the most optimal to play this game efficiently, but it is not an easy one.
Yeah, and if you don't play good Tetris, it doesn't matter how good of a roller you are.
Oh yeah, no, if you got Mart's level stacking, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget being
but
able
thankfully,
to roll.
Thankfully Talbot doesn't have that. So Talbot in the chat here on Twitch is asking, is there a line cap on this? No, we are friendlies. We play no line caps. So that's why it's very important. The highest score will be the winner. So the players here are going to want to, move in that direction where they can just keep going on and on and on. Who knows, Colin? Maybe we get to see a game that it goes on all the way to the end of game crash.
Yeah, and a game crash. How will we calculate that score? I mean, who knows? We'll have to see. And you know what? That would be a great problem to have to figure out tonight.
It would be, because we make history. That would be the longest friendlies match of all time. Simple as that. The farthest level we've gone has been in the 60s. So they're kind of telling too, right? Because I mean, we've seen in the Masters where players, when they do no cap November, we've seen them go into the hundreds when it comes to the final event, right? In the finals, we've seen Scooty and Dog go into the hundreds.
Yeah, double colors
for that. But in friendlies, we've never seen that. We've never seen anybody reach 100. So certainly could be up there.
Look at Tetristime right here, 718. Cold Bucket, 574.
Yeah, definitely better than that 19,000 that he has currently right there. So right now, folks, if you're watching, the player's highest score is what you're seeing, their active game at the moment. Their game on the bottom is taking it from their top score that you would be found in their Tetris board. So that is the current high score. So right now, Cole with the 417 was over the 19,000 of TT, but TT is still playing really his second game, and that's with his 753. So when he finishes, whatever that high score will be, that will replace the current score that you see there.
Yeah, and really an 80,000 point differential. It's almost as if these players are playing against each other, in a 29 battle, for highest score.
It's really nice. You're seeing some really good play right now from both players. The awareness of bringing the board down when they're getting a little high, trying to maintain a Tetris ready board, scoring appropriately. Again, we've only had one max out in this format before, and it was by Blue Scooty. Yeah, that was tremendous. Only one max out has occurred in this format, Colin, for friendlies, and we're on the cusp of maybe seeing our second one or third one ever.
Yeah, 728 for Cole, 861 Tetris time, gets a Tetris, 908, level 38. So a Tetris is worth a whole lot of points here at level 38 as well. Oh, the TT getting up a bit high here. Oh, okay. 933, can he get anything else? Oh, 937. So that will be a good game, without a doubt. But Cold Bucket, a mere 120,000 away. They still have 22 minutes So players having, still a lot of time. I mean, we see a max out happen in about 9 minutes, so theoretically.
Yeah, plenty of time still to go. But again, a game like that at this speed too, when you're rolling, it's going to be draining, right? We're going to start seeing a fatigue factor start to hit. This is usually where the lull for the players start to come. So it's actually surprising that we got a good game from both so far. And we just dropped their PBs in the chat here, Colin, just to kind of get a sense of what their 29 play is. Cole has a 2,058,000 on a 29 start, so he's not even halfway through to his PB. So potentially, he's looking to try to beat that. We could see that here too. He's almost halfway there.
Yeah, and I think you see Cold Bucket right now. He's in that check down mode, singles and doubles, because he knows that he's close to that 937, and he does not want to throw this one away like he did with the max out challenge.
Yeah, certainly. You got to either like match it or better, right? You try to get to that 937 or worse. You like to see a max out, because then you got to really force TT to earn that.
Set up ready for the long bar. Scamming a Tetris. 50,000 points away. Has overtaken Tetristime's best game.
That's exactly what he wanted. Cole has taken the lead now and will force TT's hand. And Cole just adding more points. Exactly what you want to do in this position. Colin, I don't know how much more to tell you. These guys are so tightly close every time they're playing each other. The stats showed it, that they're just like, meant to be rivals.
Cold Bucket with a max out. Keep going.
Yeah, he's got to keep going. Yeah, it's celebrating, but this is not most max outs. We gotta keep going. We can see potential for him could be 2 million. That's a target that he knows he has.
What was Blue Scooty's score?
Blue Scooty, well, it's debated, I guess, because he stopped after he won. He stopped in the middle of the game and said, "I'll finish it tomorrow." But I believe it was somewhere it might have been a B score. I think it was.
All right. Cold Bucket. Oh, what a couple of rolls. Can he get that bar? No, the hang, and then nothing gets over that. So he's going to either have to try to something flat here and try to get out of it. No, A51, the final score, but he'll take that one to the bank, as he has now taken the lead in this game, this third stage.
And now he will join Scooty as the only two players to get a max out on the 29 start in a Friendlies 3 Stages of Hell match. And honestly, any 29 match, I think we haven't really done those in ages, but it's fair to say that they're the only two that have done it. So tremendous congratulations to Cole on that outstanding achievement. Continues his march here, Colin, to be a first ballot Friendlies Hall of Famer for all the accolades he has achieved here. Again, and the funny thing is here, Colin, right, is that Cole certainly could have been a champion in one of the divisions. The problem is that his growth was going so fast that he already surpassed the Upstarts division when he had the opportunity to try to fight for that title. He wanted to try his hand at the Twitch TV title, but at that point he was already way far surpassed, and I told him I think it would be pointless for you to try to win that and then nobody can get it, right? It's like you're gonna have to have like a SV or a dangler to take it away from you. Like, that's no fun. And then again, his growth was too fast with the Phenoms, and he couldn't get that. So he's never won a Friendlies championship here.
Yeah,
so obviously
that's definitely not because he was not skilled enough. Like you said, that was just because his rise was so fast. He didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah. No, it's funny to see that. Like he was just going so good so fast that he never had an opportunity to really play for one. He had a couple of shots in qualifying matches or like triple threats that we've done, but two cracks. That's why he's on that list.
And Cole gonna take a minute here. Knows that he's got that A51. Tetristime at 676. Has the pressure on here. Needs to get a max out. Still have about 17 minutes remaining, so a little over halfway. And yeah, Tetristime right there, that top out of 684, that hurts. That is a lot of time wasted there.
Indeed. But the lucky thing about this format is that you're trying to just get the best score. So even if it takes him 29 minutes and 57 seconds, if he can start that last game in the last few seconds and he can surpass Cole, that's all that matters, right? It all gets washed away if you can just get that one good run in this time frame. So Cole is the one that's going to be sitting there. He doesn't really have to do too much. He knows that that's a good number for TT to get aggressive.
Yeah, I think Cole's just in play mode now. I think he's just out for fun. He's like, all right, let's just see if I can chase that max out. The pressure's on Tetristime.
Yep. And that's the seat you want to be of your Cole. You definitely want to be there, and then it makes what happened in the last two stages, it washes it away. We're going to be squared back at 2-2 because this is the bonus point that you're getting. You're getting 2 points for this victory, and if that happens to be the case, we tie, and we'll go to sudden death, which will be just a straight up 1v1 level 18 start. We go right back to where we started. But the interesting thing will be to look at how these players react to that after having to play these different modes for an hour, right? You're playing at these different speeds, and now you got to go back to the slowest one of all.
Yeah, and you know, some players, they play level 29 as a warm-up or level 19 as a warm-up, but I tell you, when you're used to seeing this speed for so long, and then you go to C18, you know, your timing, your spin timing could be off, your decision, you start overthinking, and so yeah, it's not as easy to just, all right, slow it down, the game gets easier. I think it's almost a detriment to the players who have been playing at this speed for so long, going back to that slower speed to say, oh, now I've got to readjust my game for what I just did for the last hour.
It's crazy, yeah. So again, as you mentioned, Cole just gonna chill here. He's not gonna worry. He's just gonna see what TT can do. It's all on Tetris-time to figure it out. Can he chase that score? I mean, it looked like he was coasting to max. I was kind of, maybe I jinxed him, but I kind of was saying that both players could be number 2 and number 3 on the max out list for level 29 starts at Friendlies. And, you know, TT being the one that fumbles at this time, similar to like what happened with Cole back in the stage 2, where it looked like he was going to coast to get to max out, and then he fumbled it. So, turnabout fair play here, Colin.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Cole Bucket now, I mean, he's still playing, and I think, you know, what we're seeing from him now, his demeanor has changed. He seems to, he's still focused and he's still, like, playing, but he doesn't have that, what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't have the fear in his eye, I guess, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. He looks more calm, and he looks like he's you know, just out to play and just do his best now, instead of, you know, saying, all right, I'm down 2-0, I've really got to do something here. The pressure again transferred back over to Tetristime, and, you know, ball's in his court. Cole Bucket can just play.
Right, exactly. No, this allows Cole to just be playing stress-free. We saw his face after the second stage where he knew that he bungled it with the failed max out attempt early on that ended up being the difference, because right now we would be looking at a 2-1 situation here, right? If it ended up being that TT got that 1 point as he did in stage 2, but if Cole had tied him, got that 1 point, we'd be looking at a 2-1 situation where then at this point, you know, Cole could pick up these 2 points and he would be the winner. We wouldn't even be going to sudden death, but now we're in that situation that we could be looking at overtime happening.
Yeah, currently Tetristime halfway to the max out, 164 lines. So, you know, we'll see that level transition here in about, what, 60 more? Is it 230 lines is when that transition to level 30 happens?
I think it's 200.
Okay. I don't know, I never
Yeah,
played
230
29,
would,
so I don't know.
well, that makes two of it, but you would imagine I would know from seeing it. But no, I believe it's 200 lines when you have a 29 start. There's like that quirky mechanic that's in there that it's accounting for it, rather than when you play a level 18 start, you're going for that number of lines, and it ends up being 230 that you change there.
You know, I was just thinking, Kingsman, you know, the mystery opponent for tomorrow. You know, I haven't seen Confusing Pokey in a while. Perhaps maybe we'll be seeing them come back for the Twitch belt.
You know, Colin, I like the way you think, right? Confusing Pokey is one of the honorary members of the King's Bay 5. I would love to have him come back, and he did battle for the Twitch TV Championship back in the day when Dan V used to be the belt holder. So that would be something cool. But however, we do have the new rule for the Twitch TV Championships that players are eligible under a 1.2 PB score, and Pokey is certainly surpassed that.
Yeah.
Unless he told me, hey King, I can play DAS. Now, I know his DAS PB is not 1.2, so you know we don't want to spoil it there. But yeah, Colin, you're on to the right track, man. You're on the right track.
All right, 850 for TT now, 892. Definitely doing what he's doing. Stacking for Tetrises. Gets another Tetris there, 934. So with 2 more burns, he is going to surpass his best game. And he goes offline. Love it. Keep playing, TT. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing.
Right. He did that on purpose so that he can load his 3,029 start.
You're right. There we go. We got him back, I think. Yeah. 975.
But that board is trouble here. And you see Cole is kind of just sitting watching.
Okay, 98, 99, max out, A01, again, A52 now would be needed to surpass Cole. And we are approaching the 10-minute mark. 10-minute warning by the time this hits your ears for stream delay.
Yeah, so 2/3 of the time have been surpassed. And now Cole, who was kind of just chilling a little bit, trying to see if TT would need to really ramp it up. Well, guess what, Colin? TT has come to play.
Yeah,
and he
now
is nearing that score.
that pressure's starting to build for Cole Bucket, but, you know, a mere 30,000 points away. And now 1,000, there it is, A54, new high score. As long as Tetristime doesn't hard reset, that'll stick.
Oh, if he hard resets, that's it. It's over, man. He that's an automatic DQ right there. But now
the pressure back
the
on Cole
ball
Bucket.
goes back. Yeah, the pressure back on Cole. Well said, Colin. Yeah, now his A51 looked like that was going to be good enough. TT's board is starting to fall apart. A90 is the score that gives TT the advantage. He increases it by about 40,000 points over Cole's. So now Cole, the B score, seems like it's going to need to be happening. We're going to need a 1.1 now.
Yeah, and really now you can see Tetristime kind of saying, all right, I can take a break now. He's at 44,000. He's got a lot of time. We still have 8 minutes to go. So now TT can play a little bit and take a little bit of a break if he wanted to. Does not have the same amount of pressure that he had just a moment ago.
Yeah.
And you can see Cole right there. Didn't get a single long bar there. So like I said a little bit earlier, drought management is going to be key to being successful in this format.
Especially when there's no line cap, so you certainly can go for high scores. I mentioned Colin fatigue maybe setting in, but honestly, looking at these players, they're still going strong, man. They're still going strong. When, as mentioned, when I've done this format with the other ones, everyone has kind of said, "Man, this is tiring. I like it, but I'm getting tired after playing all this much." These are the two players that honestly you're gonna find on Twitch all the time just doing this stuff anyway, right? They're grinding. Yep.
I was gonna say, you know, both of these players, Tetristime not so much anymore, but both of these players play a lot of wars, and as you know, wars, those are 2-hour-long sets. I mean, those are, you know, long games, and you know, a lot of players use the Battle Royal tournament, you know, as a kind of a proving grounds, or you know, in preparation of the World Championship. And both Cole Bucket and Tetristime making the finals. Going through and having to play multiple matches of the Battle Royal during the tournament. Really, I think, you know, because they are playing those long games, they're on Twitch all the time, constantly streaming, playing friendlies, playing CTL, playing in Masters event. They're constantly playing whenever they can. True love of the game gives them the advantage to say, you know what? It's just another day at the office.
Oh, indeed. We've got some chatter in the Twitch chats that, people have some opinions about, what if we, go through socials and you try to hype up the players and give player profiles and things like that. Yeah, we've done that, right? We've done that through our CTWC socials, and we try to put spotlights on players and so on. So at the end of the day, this is always going to be a niche corner of the esport world because of the hardware limitations that we're working with. For the most part, this is a retro game that uses retro hardware that is not really out there in the general public if you want to play with an original NES and so on, right? Obviously, there's cartridges to be had all over the place. We can get clone consoles, as they call them. But at the end of the day, it is a niche audience that's tended to. But certainly, I do agree that in order to continue to grow and get the awareness out, you do have to publicize the players. We do need them to be a little bit more forthcoming about their exploits.
I do think that, we have had a lot of positive media attention, obviously, with Blue Scooty crashing the game. I can't believe that was so long ago already. But, gained a whole lot of media attention, brought a lot of eyes to the scene, had a documentary made. And, there's, now big Tetris tournaments, being held, Red Bull Tetris, and, a lot more people are getting interested in Tetris, I think, largely because of that. But, to your point, the exposure is how you grow a scene. And, retro is such a hard category to even break out because it's not, it's not your Fortnite, it's not your PUBGs, the games that are most popular that people play and have the most access to. But yet, I'd still say in the terms of retro gaming, I mean, if you say Tetris, everybody knows the game, so it's very recognizable. And with the positive media attention that it's gotten lately because of the game crashes and all the news surrounding that, I think really has helped propel, the next boom of classic Tetris.
Correct. And if you think you got the chops to try to take on players such as Cole and Tetristime, who will be at the World Championships coming up in June, then go ahead and see if you got the chops. You can go to thectwc.com. That's our website, thectwc, the thectwc.com. You can head on over there and you can check out our list of regional events where we're going to be and the details on the World Championship as they stand. More details are to come. Registration will be coming out sometime in March, so those of you that are interested can begin the registration process if you want to try to see if you can beat one of these guys in a gold bracket match. I'm sure they're going to be in there, Colin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be right there. But we do have just under 4 minutes. Tetristime in the driver's seat. Cold Bucket needing to beat basically a 1.1 million to get there to force a sudden death. 3 minutes left. I think Cold Bucket says, all right, I don't have much time left.
Yeah, no, definitely you kind of were feeling for Cole there. Like, he put up a great score, that 54,000, whatever it was, 850 at least, right? He had that, and you kind of felt good, like, oh yeah, okay, he's got the max out. All right, but TT just kept going and going, and you can see, we saw TT kind of get off the screen there a little bit, but he's kind of moving that hand there, Colin. Exactly what I was telling you, right? We're in that stage. We're over 90 minutes played right now.
Yeah, and that, as you mentioned, fatigue starts to set in. Not to mention, it is also past midnight for Cold Bucket, so he's on the East Coast. Tetristime, it's a little bit earlier in the day for him. Not by a whole lot, but enough. We're into Saturday if you're on the East Coast, so.
Yeah, happy Saturday. It's already Revolution Night 2, folks. We're just going to roll right in. We're going to do it all night here. Let's go.
Well, the Europeans will be waking up shortly, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Hello to all my friends UTC +8 out there.
I see Poopy Old Hag was in the chat a little bit ago, and our friends over in New Zealand, Australia, and Asia Pacific area.
Yeah, they're all getting up to see. All right, who's winning this Revolution night number 1, hosted by Colin, doing a great job again. You're listening to the tunes of Carl Casey from WhiteBetAudio.com. Thank you so much for always supplying your great music as the backdrop for our Classic Tetris events. And you are watching the 3 stages of hell match that is going on right now. You can join our Discord at tinyurl.com/TetrisFriendlies for more information on how you can participate. We have matches for all skill levels. You don't have to be the creme de la creme to participate in events such as these. And we got 90 seconds left to go, Colin.
Yeah, just under 90 seconds. Cold Bucket needing this game to be his best. He's got just under a minute left to choose to decide if he wants to reset or not. So currently 137 at 36. Not too bad, but perhaps not where he wants to go. But again, level 29, no guarantee that your next game is going to be better.
Indeed. And players, this is it. Final minute. This is your final minute left. So decisions to be made once again. Level 29 speed, a lot faster to maybe think about that real quick, right? So this is it. Decision time. We're going to stay or should we go and try to get one more in? TT, it's A90 is the current score. Cole's A51, as you can see on the screen there, which I didn't look before like a dummy. That was his highest score. So right now, TT is in the lead. And there is no line cap, Guafi, once again. This is Friendlies, never a line cap. Less than 30 seconds left, Colin.
Yeah, and here we go. This is going to be the top 20 seconds of Tetris that you're going to see. Can Cole Bucket clutch out a B and Tetristime falter, or will Cole Bucket end up going home losing at this set of, or this stage of hell? So we're going to find out, because it is Cole's last chance in 3, 2, 1. No new games. No new games. That was getting spicy there just for a minute for Cole's board right there. That would be a bad way to go out.
That was, I was thinking like, oh, maybe he can still have time to top out and start a new one, right? Because the pieces fall so quickly. But it was like 3 seconds when that was happening, and TT's going to be done.
Yes.
So this game that TT's doing will not count. It is over. So TT score A90 is the final score for him. Whatever he does in this game will not count. He was well past the timer ending. So this is it. Cole, it's on you. You're at 364. You'll need A91 at minimum to force the decider overtime.
Again, we've got no line cap, so if Cole Bucket really wanted to, he could keep us here until the second night of Friendlies should start.
Indeed. He's like, bruh, what? I thought I still could play past the timer. No, time is up. 30 minutes have already come and gone, so that's it. I heard 60 seconds left to go, and then I reset, and it was too late.
Blame your internet,
it's because you. I was gonna say your internet sucks, bro. somebody tell TT that Spectrum ain't it, man.
Tetristime should take all that winnings from all those regional he's won and upgrade his internet.
Hey, bro already spent it going to the next regional. So. All right, but that leaves us Cole with the suspense factor, right? So TT can take a little break. He's either going to win the match and go to Reckoning, the main event, to take on the heavyweight champion, whoever that may be at that time, or we're going to go to sudden death and play one last game of level 18 to call it. We've never been to that stage there, Colin. No one has ever taken it to the decider. Everything's been settled by stage number 3. So if Cole can do it, we'll be making history yet again tonight.
Yeah, this has definitely been a night for the books, as we've had max outs. We've had crazy games here, crazy formats. And you know what? This is just night 1. We have a whole slew of no, Cole Bucket. And that's going to do it. Cole Bucket, A51, going to be his top score, but valiant effort from Cole Bucket. We saw some straight-up heroics, but you can see the disappointment in his face right there. We will give our final score points Tetris time. Whoa, where'd they go? I guess he doesn't. We don't have a 4. Tetris time, getting it done. 4-0. Congratulations to your winner. And TT Cam doing TT Cam things. And you see him flip on the bed like a ninja.
Whee! Whee! As he flies over there.
There you go.
Congratulations to the Tetris time. He will be the survivor. We'll call it Colin. He survives the 3 stages of hell. He comes back out of it like, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, right? He comes through and he has now done it. He will book his ticket and go back to the main event of Reckoning to take on the eventual Friendlies champion. Will it be the rematch with SV, or will it be a whole new contender? We're going to find out tomorrow when we get there. Colin, man, wow, what a match this one was.
Yeah, absolutely. Kingsman, fantastic match. I mean, a huge congratulations. Getting it done in a sweep, that is a brutal format, and Tetris Time came to play, showed the world that, hey, I'm ready to take on the Tetris Friendlies champion, whoever that's going to be. We'll find out tomorrow. So really strong games. Cold Bucket, you did play amazing. Unfortunately, just not in the cards for you today. But, there's always next time, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you here, and if not here, elsewhere. So, Kingsman, we've got, like I said, another event coming up tomorrow. You want to... future showcase to the Friendlies Revolution Twitch TV champion, where Mari taking on that mystery opponent. Place your bets on who you think it is. I mean, I have no idea. I don't think anybody does except for King. King, do you even know? Or is this just a ploy because you still haven't found a partner for Mari to play against?
Oh, it's absolutely a ploy. I have no clue Mari's going to play. Nobody's available. They're all going to play Tetris tomorrow. Nobody wants to play Mari for the title. So maybe we'll do like an April Fool's gimmick. I'll have Mari versus Mari.
Mari versus Mari. Oh, that'd be great.
We might do that. But who knows, right? You got to tune in to find out what we're going to do. Yeah, can the King get an opponent in time? Well, you'll have to check and see.
All right. And, of course, what could be said about the main event for tomorrow, the Friendlies Championship, Tetris Friendlies Revolution squaring off these three Brits to win the title. SV currently holding the longest holder of the belts in Friendlies history, will be taking on his rivals EC and Dan V. So, well, all three of them really strong players, all in the UK. So that belt determined to stay over in the UK. It needs to come home. It needs to come home.
Right. Ain't no way USA. It's not going to happen. So you got all three of these great players in Britain, and they're going to be basically settling who's the best of the three, right? The best British player in the world at this time, right? So we're gonna find out. Is it going to be the longest reigning champion of all time, over 700 days, Mr. SV? That is the ultimate brand. Will it be the superstar from last year who made all the right moves? Is it going to be Easy, or will Dan come back home and elevate the belt once again in his hands? We'll see.
Well, King, we made it. We got it done. Only 3 hours and 22 minutes, if you can believe that. Not a very long stream, just went long into the night.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
it's only
6
3
hours.
You look at the VOD. Yeah.
It's been about 6
No.
hours.
It's only 3 hours. You did a great job. You did 4 matches in 3 hours, Colin. That's tremendous, right? Amazing. But no, listen, again, it was a great night. Congratulations to all our players here that participated. It was fun. We saw history in the making, where we crowned some new champions. Crazy ending in that first one, the tag team match. I mean, people, go out your way and go watch the VOD right now. That final 5th game, stellar. That was probably one of the craziest endings I've seen. So you got that one. Well, we got to see the Phenoms. I mean, the diss track like no other, Colin, right? Which was absolutely entertaining. The match, somewhat okay, but the diss track is worth it. We'll go check it out. The ladder match, we made history, right? That was sensational. Again, another crazy finish. And then we just saw this enduring test of strength and fortitude, and Tetristime is your new #1 contender. Will go to the main event, and tomorrow's just going to be just as good, man.
Absolutely. So, with that, I will see you all tomorrow. Kingsman, of course, going to be handling the tech. Thank God, because I am exhausted. This was fun. Don't get me wrong, but man, oh man, was this a lot of work.
Yeah. So now you see why I've kind of like started to be like, maybe I need other people to help me do these things. I can't do these 2-night events anymore. Now that we got so many friggin' belts and people want to play, right? So now it's too much. Can't do this all on his own. So
Absolutely.
Again, guys like you, Colin, and the other hosts obviously would have stepped up too as well. But I'm glad you're the man tonight. You are absolutely a treasure, and I'm super, super honored that you are here with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I couldn't imagine doing anything else, honestly. I mean, I'm so glad that my life situation has changed, allowed me to give back to the community that I love so much, and just so glad that I get to be a part of this event. Tetris Friendlies is by far, one of the most fun things I've ever done. And yeah, just looking forward to tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day after that. So that being said, that is going to be all for tonight. We do have some Tetris happening. We're going to raid a good friend of ours. Her name is Meme. So she is playing some Tetris. So why not send the party over there? We're going to send everybody that's here. Thanks for everybody who watching. Players, thanks for playing, doing what you do to make Tetris great. Kingsman, of course, outstanding event, great planning. And Tyler, thank you for the scenes. And of course, all the viewers and all the support from the channel. We are nothing without all of you. So With that, we're going to send the party of 72. Go say hi to Meme and enjoy your night. We'll see you tomorrow right here.